Just spread those cheeks and let her fly.
Who wants to play dick chicken?
He got his dick out. Oh, he touched his dick.
Everything would be a golden shower. Are you fucking serious?
I am dead serious.
And welcome to the first edition of a six-pack and a podcast, broadcasting to you live from the Sunny Slope studio in the good old Midwest. We are your hosts, Joel, Dustin, and myself, Taylor. Join us as we gather together for a sometimes hour-long session of rants, bullshit, and everything else that is going on in the world, all while we slam a sixer. Dustin, let's get personal with the viewers. Go ahead and tell them all about your likes, your religious beliefs, your favorite sex positions and whatnot.
I will keep that to myself, but I like it normal. All of it.
Now define normal. What is normal, Dustin?
Dick and vagina, mostly.
Oh, yeah, the P and the G.
The P, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well,
That's
nice normal Nancy over here. Joel, how about you?
hello. Yeah, well, as Taylor said, my name is actually Joel. For all of you listening, you can call me whatever you want, though. I don't have a favorite sexual position. You know, they're all pretty good. My religious beliefs, I'll keep that personal for the time being. If it comes up later on, we'll kind of go from there.
Joel, do you prefer top or bottom?
In my religious beliefs?
Either.
Well,
Religious or sex? You combine them?
Well, yeah.
That's not bad.
Well, the other night when I was with them.
You guys remember that Nine Inch Nails song, right? Closer? It's like, you get me closer to God.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually about sex.
Gotcha. That's weird, because one of the first times I heard that song, it was in a movie, The Hitcher.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
No, I have not.
Did it have?
Is that a shitty horror movie?
It is a shitty horror movie. Does that
Does
have Sean Bean in it?
I don't know.
I think it does.
I can internet that.
Fucking spoiler, he dies.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen the movie.
You don't want to see it, but that movie played as he was killing multitudes of cops. And
Yeah.
it was actually a pretty sweet scene.
Cop killer!
All right, then.
Yes, pretty much.
I guess it's up to me, huh? What do you guys want to know about me? I'm a Satanist. I like weights. I like fucking anything that I see. And I enjoy Michelob Ultra.
Taylor's cats just ran away from the table.
That's right. Everyone likes a good warm pussy.
Well, all right, then.
Okay, we should probably keep rolling into the first topic here. It is around Christmas when we're making this recording, so we're going to do a little bit of a Christmas theme. We're going to start off because everything seems to upset one of us in some way about what upsets you for Christmas. Taylor, would you like to begin?
Gosh, I mean, there's a lot of things about Christmas there's a lot of things about Christmas I should really say that I like, and there's a lot of things I don't like. First off, that elf on the shelf bullshit that you always see on Facebook.
Okay, let's back it up. Let's explain the elf on the shelf because I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, this is something that I've never heard of before.
Okay, now if anyone has any sort of middle-aged friends who have kids on Facebook, I'm sure some of you might. You fucking scrolling through Facebook, and they put the stupid pictures of the stupid little old retro elf fucking bending over a Barbie, and there's a little line of salt that's supposed to represent cocaine or just other precarious positions like that. I just think it's so funny and everyone's liking it. And they're like, oh, you're so clever with that one. I've seen that fucking meme about 6 or 7 times already. It's like, come on. What the fuck? Stick that elf up your kid's ass, make him go to sleep, and be done with it. Not this elf on the shelf shit. Oh god, Dad got drunk last night and did something real clever with the elf. It's so cool, so cool.
Is there a situation where you would allow the elf on the shelf? Like if it was put in a certain situation that you would find humorous?
Yeah, if it was just sitting on the shelf, like the name says, not fucking doing other stupid shit that people think is really cool for attention.
What if it was doing funny shit on the shelf? Like what if it was fucking the Barbie on the shelf?
No, sitting on the shelf is what it should be doing. It says elf on the shelf. It should be sitting on the shelf.
It's not elf sitting on the shelf.
But nobody said anything about it fucking Barbie.
One could argue if an elf is on the shelf, it doesn't necessarily say what it's doing other than being on the shelf. So it could be doing something other than sitting, or it could be jumping.
It could be smoking
humping.
a blunt on the shelf.
It should be, yeah, what it should be called is elf up your ass, as far far as I'm concerned. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. Dumb.
You don't like the up the ass thing?
Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, you can put it up your butt, but it should be up inside of your butt instead of on the shelf. Unless it's sitting on the shelf, then that's fine.
So, okay, let's take a step back here a second. So what if you were to shove the elf up your ass and then sit on the shelf that the elf had previously been sitting on? Is it technically still elf on the shelf?
Not the same thing unless the elf actually built a shelf in my asshole and it is sitting on a shelf inside of my ass. I mean,
Okay.
that's the only way. That's,
All right. That seems fair.
Maybe the fucking elf's a carpenter and you can build anal shelving.
Where's he gonna get wood in your colon?
That's not my problem to worry about. It comes along with the box, apparently. Maybe there's some anal adhering wood that's, in the
Anal
box.
adhering wood.
Matchsticks, whatever, I don't know.
We can roll with that. That's fine.
I don't know, maybe he fucking hangs out with a beaver who fucking gnaws trees all day, for all I know.
The beaver. Yeah.
Elf on the shelf.
Elf on the shelf.
That's a no. That's a definite no in my book. I don't like it. Don't put shit on my Facebook page anymore about it. All of you fucking middle-aged bastards know who you are. Quit posting it. If you keep posting it, I hope your kids die of like leukemia or something.
Getting a hostile up in here.
That is pretty brutal, but
It is.
I'll allow it.
So be it.
All
That's,
right.
that's what we're about, freedom of speech.
That's one thing that upsets me. I mean,
I'm not a fan of white elephants.
Like the actual white elephant, like the one that people used to give to the king of Siam.
what?
What?
That's how the white elephant thing got started. Is the king of Siam? He used to.
Siam.
It actually
It's
was
like
the
a-
other way around. It was the king of Siam used to give a white elephant to somebody that he didn't like as punishment.
Is that where Siamese cats came from? Because that's the only thing that I'm, hooking up here.
It could be.
I think
Siamese
it's southeastern Asia. The only reason I remember that is because I played Risk, and that was a place you could take over Siam.
And is that near Thailand?
Yes,
Thieland?
I think, maybe.
Okay.
Some geographic viewer is gonna contradict us, but listener, I suppose.
All right. Fair enough.
But
Thieland,
so,
yeah.
why would that be a punishment with a white elephant? I think
Because-
only good things could come from that.
You would think so, but the cost of actually, keeping the elephant itself would actually bankrupt the person that received it.
Don't fucking keep the elephant then. Kill that sumbitch.
How much does it
and
cost to
eat
keep a
it.
damn elephant around?
I think it was a thing of respect. Like if you were to get rid of the elephant or kill it, then the king would be, even more disrespected.
Well, isn't respecting an elephant setting it free so it can live out its own life? I'm gonna get a little hippie on us here, but
I was
Real
never,
nice of you.
I was never, in Siam when a king had ruled it, so I can't really answer that question.
so be it.
Well, I thought elephants were self-sufficient, so I thought they could feed themselves. They're fucking eating peanuts and stuff. Drinking water.
Yeah.
They can all do that on their own. I mean, so
I'm not sure if peanuts is the natural diet of the elephant.
that's in the cartoons and shit. That's how it went down. So
We don't have any other data to go off of, though, so we're gonna have to go
Didn't
with that.
Mythbusters prove that elephants actually were afraid of mice?
afraid.
I think so.
Yeah.
I want to say
I'm pretty sure that they proved that.
now.
There's plenty of people that are afraid of mice.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, yeah. How much can you dock the elephant for saying it's afraid of a mouse when
Sure.
so many people are? I'm not a huge fan of mice. I'm not gonna scream and squeal when I see one, but I don't want to crawling up and biting my nutsack either.
I actually owned 2 hairless rats. I mean, those kind of classify as mice, except a little bit longer and more muscular, maybe. I mean,
So did you get them when they were already hairless, or did you shave them? Or
I did not shave them. I got
Okay,
them as
okay.
their genetic mutation, I believe, is what the word was from the pet store owner, and they were bald. Really, the closest thing to compare them to, the way the skin felt, is literally like a pair of your shaven balls. I mean, that's really what it's like.
Okay.
But they're very sweet animals, aside from the fact that they just shit and piss all day. That's all they do is just fucking shit and piss in that cage, and that smells just like a ferret's cage.
Most animals do just shit and piss.
But constantly. I mean, it's like, oh, I'm bored, I guess I'll shit. I guess I'll piss now. It's like, I mean, how many times do you have to go a day?
Depends on what you've ate, I guess. I mean, if you're eating, like, you'd almost have to eat, like, the rat food or whatever. Did they have specific rat food?
Yeah, we got them rat food.
Rat food, like, if the rat food gives you the shits, then, I mean, you're going to have to shit.
So hopefully we don't have any people from PETA listening, but unfortunately they did die an inhumane death, which I'm not proud of. Ashley took them over to my sister's home, where they were neglected and left outside for a day or two in extreme temperatures, and they did pass away, unfortunately.
I actually killed a
That's
turtle
sad.
like that once.
Not good, yeah. I wish we could redo that, but
No, I murdered a turtle when I was a small child. It was a snapping turtle. And
Was this a pet turtle?
this was a pet turtle. It was a wild turtle that I had found on the road and decided to take as my own. Later, did we realize it was a snapping turtle,
Oh.
and probably was not the wisest decision. But it was
Did you learn the hard way that it was a snapping turtle?
I believe so, but I had like painter turtles bit me far more often than like snapping turtles did. But this turtle, it was outside in like middle of the summer. It was like 100-degree weather out, so its water got warm. It was used to the water, so I'm like, oh, it's hot. I'm gonna cool it off. So I got tap water out of the faucet and cold and put it in. It was fine for a little bit, swam around real fast, and then it didn't move.
Oh.
And I had killed it.
That's brutal.
I think it was just the shock to the system from being
could be
100-degree weather and then getting 40-degree water
40
dumped
degree
on you.
weather, yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
That'll kill a person.
I've got another animal casualty in my lifetime that did die directly by my hands at the age of 2. My sister had.
You were 2, or your pet was 2?
I was 2. I do not know the age of the bird at the time, unfortunately. My
Okay.
sister was given a pet parakeet
Okay.
for her I believe 12th or 13th birthday, which was named Shadow. And they've had birds before I was born, I guess, and I guess for whatever reason everyone was asleep that Saturday or Friday morning or whatever it was, and I got up and started to dick with the bird a little bit, and took it out of its cage and
It's
played
going
around
back to your
with it.
sexual positions. Digging with the bird.
He was 2.
He was 2.
was 2.
That was wildly inappropriate. I
Baby
apologize.
boners weren't happening yet.
Baby
I don't know.
boners?
I mean, they may have been.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
it is.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Yeah, Google that at work. See how that gets you. So yeah, I took the bird out and proceeded to put eyeshadow on the bird because of the correlation with shadow, and I coated it in makeup, and then decided to dunk it in a bread pan of water because that was the only thing I could find that would hold enough water to put a bird's body in to try to clean it off, and then I buried it to try to dry it off under a giant pile of my sister's dirty clothes. And they found the bird slightly chirping. It lived for a few more hours and then passed away in its cage, unfortunately.
Let's recap. So, sister got a bird.
Yes.
You decided to make the bird beautiful.
Shadow.
Shadow.
I tried to put eyeshadow.
Do a little bit of
Yes,
eyeshadow.
a little bit of makeup.
Then realized your fuck up.
Fucked up, washed it off, probably not too gently, and then buried it in clothes to dry it off because that's what was my thought process at the time. I don't think it was too good. I mean,
Okay, so 2 years old. How did you know what eyeshadow was? I don't think I would have known what eyeshadow was when I was a 2-year-old.
I was very intuitive for my age. I was constantly around adults, which I think then turned me the way I am now.
Would you say you were a feminine child?
I would say I'd like to dress up and play with my sister's clothing and underwear. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
I guess I didn't have a sister.
I do have a question though. So
Okay.
did this story have to be told to you later on? Because I
Nope.
don't remember anything from when I was 2 years old.
No, I don't
I
remember.
fully remember that. I was actually talking at the age of 2, in full sense.
Yeah.
I was about 2.5. They've got
Holy
like
shit.
recordings of me like full on talking like this, which is weird. But yeah, no, I fully remember that situation. Poor bird. R.I.P. bird, parakeet.
What was its name?
Shadow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the eyeshadow.
Yeah, that's right.
Joel, I think you're only a beer
Hey,
deep.
I've only
You can't
had
remember anything.
like
Jesus.
1 1/4.
What are you drinking?
We're only a sixth of the way through the sixer.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. On that note, let's take a little breather here, and we'll be back in a moment.
All right, so We're back from the break. Before that, we had mentioned what we are drinking tonight. This is Six Pack and a Podcast, and we are all drinking a six-pack. Joel, what do you got over there?
Tonight I have a Leinenkugel's Honey Weiss. It is the wheat beer brewed with real Wisconsin honey.
And that's the pitch for Leinenkugels. That's pretty good beer. I've had it on a couple occasions. Not bad.
And by the way, we are not endorsed or sponsored by any of these companies.
Not fucking yet. We're
Not yet.
Not yet. Taylor, what do you got? You seem to be expecting it.
I'm looking pretty hard at this one. This is the superior drinkability of Michelob Ultra.
Superior.
2.6 carbs, 95 cals, and a 4.2 alcohol by volume percentage.
Taylor wants to hide that he's actually a woman.
Well, I just like the idea of the superior drinkability. I'm a superior guy. I like my superior drinks.
I would also like to take this moment to mention that Taylor is actually wearing a full one-piece uni suit. Is it uni or union?
Union.
It's basically a onesie without socks.
It's a onesie without socks. Most comfortable shit I've ever worn, and best beer I've ever drank for drinkability. If you're going to be drinking all day, if you're going to be drinking, just a couple beers, probably not this one, but it's good stuff. Everyone likes Michelob Ultra, even if I'm called a gay guy.
I actually don't think I've ever drank Michelob Ultra, ever in my life.
I could dribble some out of my mouth into yours if you'd like.
That's okay. I will stick with my beer.
Your loss, buddy. I guess.
I will stick with my beer, which is a milk stout from Left Hand Brewing in Colorado.
Very good stuff.
First time I've had this. I think I've drank Left Hand Brewing before. I haven't had this particular one though, and I'm a fan of it. I'm a dark beer kind of guy, Guinness, that type of stuff.
I give it up for Left Hand. Actually, I had a friend that worked for them, and all good stuff there. Check it out if you can get it.
Where the fuck is their brewery at? It said it was in Colorado. Longmont? Joel, were you out by Longmont on your vacation?
I don't believe so. I went through Fort Collins. I toured the New Belgium Brewery, which is awesome.
That's in Colorado, right?
Absolutely.
See, stoners always make better beer. That's the thing.
That's a solid point.
Solid observation.
Very solid observation.
Joel, I am also observing that you're not only drinking Leinenkugels over there.
I got a little something else going on over here.
Got a shot of clear liquid. What's in that clear liquid there, Joel? I know what it is, but
actually, yeah, Taylor, you actually poured this for me earlier. This is it's a shot of moonshine from Blaum Brothers Distillery.
Blaum.
Would you care to elaborate on this before I attempt to
Joe looks enthused to drink this.
Burn my throat off?
Very enthused.
Worst shit ever. I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's horrible. This is the plain kind. This is the original kind, in quotes, original, which means it's basically fucking ethanol that's not tan colored. It's horrible.
So do you think if I put a match to it right now, it would light on fire?
Absolutely. You're going to feel like
all right.
Fucking siphoned alcohol out of something right into your asshole after you drink a bit. It's not good.
If we were sponsored by Blaum Brewery, we are no longer sponsored by them. But we weren't to begin with.
Get you a buzz, though.
Let's down the hatch. Here we go, guys.
This should be good.
Goes. And he hasn't gagged yet.
Ooh.
Wow. Clears the science.
Well, I had a slight sore throat at the beginning here, and can't really feel the sore throat anymore.
Can't feel anything after that one.
Seems like vocal cords may be gone.
Yeah, you can definitely taste that.
Yeah,
that's powerful.
It's not good. It's not good.
Joel, I hope you brought clothes to overnight.
You can wear my union suit.
What?
You can wear my union suit. I'll take it off. I'll sleep nude. You can sleep in the union suit.
We'll talk about that after the show.
And if you need to take a dump, it's got the ass flap.
Yeah, it's got the ass flap.
I'm aware of the ass flap.
Just spread those cheeks and let her fly.
My hand will fit perfectly in that ass flap. So you know.
Alrighty then.
Ooh, I'm feeling the burn within that one.
Yeah. On a better note, Christmas. We were still talking about Christmas, weren't we?
Oh yeah, Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, Christmas.
It's actually, if I can have my facts straight here, I'm just going to read this off my screen. Christmas is actually the celebration of some guy named Jesus. Is that right?
Isn't he a Mexican? Jesus?
Oh, is that pronounced Jesus?
Yeah. Did they? Yeah. Fucking whites can't pronounce it. It's Jesus.
I don't believe that's quite correct in my religious upbringing. He was a person from the Middle East.
Oh.
Jerusalem.
Should probably tone that down a little bit. We might have some
Jerusalem.
Republicans listening.
Ooh, ouch.
Just avoid the whole Middle East thing.
No, that's a fact. Like, he was there.
The Duke of James!
All right.
So, Christmas, celebration of Jesus.
Jesus' birthday
Jesus.
in the church. Isn't like Santa Claus actually isn't that a Norwegian thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
Is it?
Speaking of Norway.
It's actually Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
There you go.
He was a saint of what? I don't know.
It's Saint Nicholas of Myra, actually, and he's the patron saint of banking, pawnbroking, pirating, butchery, sailing, thievery, orphans, royalty, and the city of New York.
So he's a patron saint of getting money in whatever way possible and making delicious cuts of meat.
That's what it sounds
and
like.
Selling stolen shit. Apparently.
And New
Absolutely.
York, I guess, which is really making money.
Seedy.
And
New York's
is
pretty
New York known for meat? Well, they got like New York ribeye and that type of shit. Don't
sausages.
they? Sausage.
No,
Really?
it's New York strip.
Oh yeah, New York strip.
New York rib.
I just eat the meat. That's kind of my
You
thing.
like eating,
So you've heard it here, folks. 6-pack and a podcast. Dustin likes to eat the meat.
Fucking not dick. Grilled meat.
What's the matter with that? We may have some gay listeners out there.
And that's fine. That's just not my thing.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with eating a little bit of dick here and there.
But just to
No,
be sure,
I-
we do need to be politically correct about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I don't know how to state this correctly, but if eating dick is your thing, then that's fine.
Now, what happens if it's like a specialty dish like spotted dick?
Is that a thing?
That is very much a thing.
Spotted
Spotted
dick.
Spotted dick. It's actually a foodstuffs.
What does it mean?
Is it made by a cow whose name is Dick?
Spotted dick is a popular British cylindrical pudding made with suet, dried fruit,
Sweet.
and often served with custard.
Wow, that sounds like a fucking phallic dish to me.
It sounds like a dessert. It sounds like I want to eat some spotted dick.
Oh, Ma, you gonna make that spotted dick again tonight, bitch? Shit. Shit, she got that good spotted dick, homie. Yeah.
Oh God. What was that other food? There was a European thing. It was just a conglomeration of meat.
Was it the haggis that I was talking about?
I guess.
Was that the thing that's in the stomach of whatever?
Yep, absolutely.
It just looks like a giant tumor.
The haggis is a savory pudding containing sheep's pluck, which contains heart, liver, and lungs, and it's minced with onion, oatmeal, suet, spices, and salt.
I would actually want to try that.
I like the description, savory pudding. Is that... None of that shit sounds like pudding.
Nope.
No.
It sounds
but
like fucking
I
something
think-
that you got from an animal.
I think pudding's more the texture of the
Oh, perfect.
meat.
That's what I want to do is eat fucking soft, fucking gummable meat. That's just what I want to eat.
I'm down for trying it. I'm a fan of liver. Have you guys ever had liver?
I tried
I
it
had
once.
liver.
No,
It
never
was
had it.
Ashley made it the one
We'll try
time. It was good. It had onions on it, liver and onions.
That's delicious. Liver, onions, and a shitload
I think
of
the
butter.
onions make it. You gotta put the onions and garlic on it to. Otherwise, you're fucking just eating an organ. It tastes like garbage.
Well, I mean, you're eating organ anyway.
So, like, one could
Whatever.
argue, like, if you ate an organ, so, like, I mean, you'd have to eat the strings and the wood and everything along with it, and the pipes. I mean, it would be pretty difficult to eat the brass pipes.
And the Blom Brothers is doing its work on humor so far already. Eat an organ, damn. Why are we talking? We're still talking about Christmas, weren't we?
All right.
Were we talking about Christmas beverages?
Christmas beverages. What the fuck's that one? And Tom and Jerry, it's got a batter. I think I don't know if it's a Midwest thing or not,
Tom
but
and Jerry.
you've never heard of that?
No.
They've got, it's like fucking batter. And I think you do it with whiskey or something. Joel, are you pulling this up? Help me out here
I
with
sure
this.
am.
Tom and Jerry with so it's like a pancake type shit.
It's like, I don't know, it's some sort of batter. My sister always said she was going to make it for me one of these years, and she lied and didn't. Try to force her to do it this year, I think.
Bitch.
According to the internet, a Tom and Jerry is a traditional Christmas time cocktail devised by British journalist Pierce Egan. It's a variant of eggnog with brandy and rum served hot, usually in a mug or bowl.
Sounds great.
So
Another method uses egg whites beaten stiff with... Yep, that's right. Egg whites beaten stiff
so
with the yolks and sugar folded in.
so how do you drink that if it's like a battery consistency?
I think you put it in with the...
You could drink it
I think you
in the
heat
ass,
it up, and then you put the liquor with it, probably.
I tell you what, there's a
I
picture
think
right
so.
here on the internet. It kind of looks like a shake that you'd get at like a fast food place.
No,
Yeah.
let's straw.
It's got a straw in it, you know, looks frothy.
I'd be alright with just the eggnog.
Tell you what,
I'm a fan of eggnog.
I got beaten stiff the other night.
Well then,
we got it, Taylor.
the old double entendre there.
Did you guys get that one?
We got it. We're good. You guys have had grasshoppers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Fucking ice cream, cream de mint, and cream de menthe. Is that how you pronounce
Cream
it?
de menthe.
Menthe?
Cream de menthe.
Menthe. Cream de menthe.
And then, yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, me and my cousin were in charge of making those, and this was a while ago when we were like 14 or so. We made those, and we went pretty heavy on the cream days.
Cream did.
Yeah, on both of them. There was not much ice cream in either one of those. Family get together. It was interesting, very interesting.
Have you ever heard of a pink squirrel? It's among the same thing. I don't know what the hell they use over the liquor in it. It's some sort of pink shit. Joel, wanna get that up for us?
Sort of
Well, I can try my best here. We'll see what the best the internet has to offer.
Pink squirrel. Everyone listening, they probably know.
I've heard of a pink squirrel.
All right, we have 1 ounce cream de noyaux.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not sure. Noyaux. 1 ounce. Oh hell no! Oh hell no!
Oh hell no.
Okay, so 1 ounce cream de noyaux, 1 ounce cream de cacao, and 1 ounce heavy cream.
Cream de cacao.
Or cream de cacao. Cacao? C-A-C-A-O.
Cacao.
Cacao. Cacao.
Cream.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Cacao.
We could probably spend the rest of the podcast trying to pronounce that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's K-cow.
Cacao.
Cacao?
So is that like the those Keurig K-cups that you put in a little coffee thing?
Those are actually extremely bad for the environment.
Because they're plastic, right?
Yeah, I read that the dude that like invented those like immediately regretted it because they were supposed to be used in like on someone's desk.
Mhm.
You know, they have coffee once in a while, but like places use them for the whole fucking office.
Yeah.
So like you have a couple hundred people
Millions.
coming in. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
stacks up, and then
And the
it's
squirrels and the rabbits get their feet caught in the things, and it turns into plastic boots for them, and then it deteriorates their limbs.
not sure if that's
No,
the
that's
main
what
problem,
happens.
but
That's what happens.
we'll go with it. No worries.
I'll allow it.
The small animal booties.
Yeah, small animal booties. I mean, it's good if it's cold out, but I mean, if it's in the summer, man, they need to feel the dirt on their paws. It's rude otherwise.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, like, does that mean a person wants to be wed to Christmas, or is it a lady who's named Mary and her last name is Christmas?
Well, that's kind of funny because I think that whole story went on about that supposed virgin who just got impregnated out of the sky by some magic fucking bolt of lightning, and then all of a sudden that turned into some guy named Jesus crawling out and then fucking starting a cult, and then, destroying half the fucking world after all was said and done in the future. Christ, you're a dick. Your mom was a real whore. She wasn't even real. It's probably fake. It's probably all fake. It's just some fucking propaganda book, some fictitious book. Yeah, you all know that. It's a fictitious book.
Well, all right then.
It is a good read, though. One book.
Yeah, who'd ever sit down and say, "Oh my God, yeah, I've been reading through the Bible.
No.
Hell of a read."
Read the last book in the. I think it's the last book for
It's all one book,
Christian.
isn't it?
No, it's there. It's one book, and
It's the
there's
good
multiple
book.
books within the book.
I've actually
A book
lit
within a
Bible
book?
on fire one
So,
time.
like, didn't they make a movie out of that? Only it
Yeah.
was like dreams, like a dream within a dream.
What movie?
It's a Robin
Inception.
Williams dream.
Inception?
Isn't it? Oh no,
Oh.
thank God it wasn't Robin.
It's a dream within
No,
a dream.
but
You're
that-
talking about
but
books
that-
within books.
Yeah, but like the Bible has like Genesis and then Exodus. Like those are books within the book Bible.
Genesis is a vehicle.
Chapters,
by Hyundai.
kind of.
A
That-
chronicling, if you will.
Yes, but the very last chapter in the Bible is like Revelation about end of the world. Like fucking 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. There's like
Ric Flair
A
is in
fucking-
the Bible. 4 Horsemen. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. J.J. Dillon, the 4 Horsemen.
no, as in what is it? Death, plague. Is that
Weren't those
Pestilence?
horses?
pestilence? And what was the other one?
Names
I
are
don't know.
kind of cool.
I forget. The names are sweet.
Names
And
are
like all the artwork I've seen on the internet for Horse of the Apocalypse is fucking amazing. But it's like that type of shit, and then there's like a dragon with 3 heads or some shit. I'll have to read it again, but it's like end of the world. It's some trippy stuff.
Pretty damn good book, fictitious book. Somehow it fucking convinced everyone to just start believing it. Why don't people just fucking believe in Lord of the Rings then?
I do believe there are people out there that believe in
They're crazy.
the Lord of the Rings.
They're crazy. Everyone who believes in the Bible, fuck, they're heralded as normal people. I don't understand it.
If I had to go with a religion, I'd either go with old timey Greek or probably Norwegian, like Thor and good stuff.
See, earth gods. When do you go out and pray to God? Oh, I pray to God that my crops grow. No, you go out and pray to God that the fucking rain rains, that you can get some fucking rain and grow the crops. And you fucking pray to Mother Earth so that she makes green stuff come up and grow.
The plants,
Yeah, crops.
crops.
You know how that works.
I do.
Exactly.
All right then. So I think we're going to cut to a little commercial break again here, and
Beer.
and we're gonna be right back, guys. So stay tuned. All right, and we're back. All right, so you guys are feeling pretty good here. I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling warm.
Got the Leinenkugels and the old Blauen Brothers moonshine going on for me right now. So one thing that I've kind of noticed about this whole Christmas season here is, you turn on the radio and literally everything you hear is Christmas music.
Yes, Christmas.
Absolutely. So I mean, it's like every time you turn around, all it is just Christmas music, So
What are some of the favorite Christmas tunes? One I can think of right off the top of my head. George Michael or Wham. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day
Yep.
gave it away. I don't know the exact title, but that's
George
a
Michael.
nice flamboyant 80s Christmas song there. That's a good one. I like that one.
I do not know that song.
Yeah. The one that I've been hearing quite a bit recently, mostly at work, is the that John Lennon one, the
Oh man.
Merry Christmas, War is Over.
We only heard that a couple times.
And then,
And then
like a
was
couple
that
times a day.
A couple times a day. So be it, whatever. Because we listened to what was that band we turned on? It was Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
got
that
some
was-
goodies.
that was good, yeah.
That was good stuff. They had good
Different stuff, yeah.
good music, which led us into a whole orchestra-themed,
String quartet bands.
that type of thing.
Covering like
I was more than
modern
okay with
songs.
that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was definitely a different take. It made some shitty songs sound a lot better than what the hell they regularly are.
Everyone seems to want to do Smooth Criminal, though.
Yeah.
There was about 3 different bands that came on within the span of like the hour and a half, 2 hours we were listening to that were doing a cover of Smooth Criminal. I mean, they were all fine, but I was just really tired
One
of
of them-
fucking hearing Smooth Criminal.
One of them was not Alien Ant Farm either.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
not
Just in case you're wondering.
None of them.
Good old Alien Ant Farm.
What's some other Christmas songs though? What about that Paul McCartney one? You guys ever heard that one? Simply having a wonderful
yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
time.
Is that an actual Paul McCartney song, or is
That's-
that a song that's a known Christmas song that Paul McCartney covered?
No, I think that's a Paul McCartney original.
Is it?
I don't know what the hell the name is, but I think it's an original.
I don't know either.
I think Wonderful Christmas Time might be the title of it, I think. Perhaps.
We're not very well versed on our Christmas songs here.
Well, I mean, you can play any one of them, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I know that, but I mean, remember the names. I mean, shit, it only comes around once a year, so I mean.
I'm a big fan of the 12 Redneck Days of Christmas. I
Man.
believe Jeff Foxworthy sings that one.
You may be a Christmas redneck if you tied a bow around your dick and stuffed it in your wife's ass.
And
You
some
may be
parts
Christmas
to a
redneck.
Mustang GT.
Oh God, I've got a Mustang GT. Come on, man. I gotta hate.
Do you need parts for it?
Or do you need a bow for your dick?
I could use both. It was on my list. I mean, it just depends on what they get.
Parts for a bow on his dick.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know about you guys, but there is one Christmas song that I absolutely cannot stand. And I tell you what, okay, so my name is Joel, and every single year, it's never fails. Someone's always going to do this. They're going to sing the song, The First Noel, and they're going to sing it the wrong way.
The first Where's Joel?
Yep, that would actually be the one. Yes.
That is the one.
Yep.
I like that one.
It's a solid one. We need to sing that one more often.
Yeah, I think we should. Joel, have you ever been, sexually intimate with a female when around Christmas time where she has whispered in your ear as you're, pummeling away?
No, that has actually not happened.
Would that be a boner killer immediately if that happened?
I don't know about a boner killer, but it would definitely not bode well for this situation.
Not sure if the mic picked that up, but
I really hope it did.
But Taylor just shit his pants. It sounded like.
Hey,
he did not shit his pants. He shit his union suit.
yeah, I
Union suit, sorry.
didn't shit anything. All right, I passed gas. It's a natural human function. It's not a big deal.
Haven't smelt it yet.
It's
Waiting
not-
on it though.
It's not even funny. We all do it. Your girlfriend does it. Your mom does it. Your grandma does it. It's cool. We all do it. No big deal, right? It's just farts.
Does your old lady do it, Taylor?
No, she wouldn't do that. I'd kick her out. Kick her out of the house.
Not even out of the bedroom, out of the entire house.
Oh, did you just fart? Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Fuck out, live in the streets like the dog you are. I mean, really, who farts in a bed with a man like me? God.
Now,
What would you do-
now, Taylor, is your girlfriend going to be listening to this podcast at some point?
Maybe.
What do you think she would say right now?
Before you answer that, let's expand on this. So let's say you're eating your old lady out. Let's say she's on top and you're like we're in 69, and so your nose is pretty close to her asshole, and then she just lets one rip. Not a big one, not a huge juicy, just a tiny little toot right in your face. You get a little puff of warm air right up the nose.
I'd somehow try to fixate my mouth directly around her vaginal lips and vomit inside of her body. Or I would just pretend like it didn't happen, and then I would try to get my penis erect and put it inside of her and then urinate inside of her, is what I would like to do.
Have you tried to piss when you have a hard on?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
very, very, very difficult.
Very
It's
difficult.
Oh,
difficult to impossible.
Oh, I can do it. It sucks. I'll get up in the morning, guy viewers, you guys gotta know, you gotta piss like a racehorse, you gotta fucking piss boner. You gotta stand above the toilet, you put your hand up against the wall, and you lean over and you kind of press it down with your fist like that, and you kind of awkwardly stand. It kind of more it streams out. It's not even a hard stream, it's like a light stream.
You can't force it.
Yeah,
It's like that.
so you do that, and you get it out as best as you can. Hope the piss boner goes down, and you can just sit down like a normal female would and piss.
I don't think I could summon the ability to do that in the middle of coitus, especially if she had vomit dripping out of her vagina. Which
Well, no. See, I would say I'd skip on the puking. That I
one
pee
or the
inside.
other. I don't think either one of those would lead to a solid ending.
I used to think that's how you made babies when I was younger, is you peed inside the girl while you had a pee hard on.
I actually thought this very, very same thing.
I think that's a natural progression for a young man to believe that was a thing that you did.
Could you imagine if that really was true? Bro, I just screwed this chick. Did you piss in her? Bro, you pissed in her, bro. Just pissing all over and bro, I filled her with so much piss, it was great, bro. I pissed all over her face too. She wanted me to piss on her tits. Just they come right out with it.
Everything would be a golden shower.
Hey, you mind if I piss on your tits or on your face?
So now let's kind of elaborate on that a little bit. So golden shower, according to some websites such as like Pornhub or whatever,
Sure.
would classify that as a fetish.
Yeah.
So if that was actually the way it worked, would golden showers no longer be a fetish because it was the way to do
No,
it?
I think ejaculating would be the fetish then. It'd be, oh, can I come on you? And then it'd be, oh, ew, gross. No. That would be
Okay,
the fetish
so
then. It'd be
if-
reversal.
If to get
Makes sense.
so currently, how biology works currently is you take a piss to expel wastewater from your body, and you jizz to impregnate someone.
Right.
If piss were relegated to the role of impregnation, would it keep its role of waste?
Waste?
Yeah, waste disposal, or would that go to the jizz, or would jizz just not have a role?
That's a good question. I almost
It is.
wonder if maybe you would just not pee ever to expel waste, and you would just impregnate with pee, and the rest of it would just sweat out of you. You would just sweat the waste out of you. People would stink worse, probably. It'd be like a sweat and piss out.
Isn't that what sweat is normally? It's just
It's not
wastewater.
piss.
It's wastewater.
It's
Which,
not
if you
piss.
dumb it down, is kind of
it's-
the same
no,
thing.
It's salt water or something. I don't know. It's like salt.
Today I learned that sweat is actually body piss.
Body piss.
Isn't all
Is there a
piss
di-
body piss?
No. Regular piss is just penis piss. Or, no, I take that back. Okay, it's urethra piss. Body piss is anywhere other than the urethra.
Is it urethra like urethra?
Oh, I see what you did there. Like, it's a Christmas wreath, right?
Christmas
Your wreath, brah.
urethra.
Shit,
was
brah.
great.
I totally dig your wreath, brah.
That was the biggest stretch of a pun I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I'm Eric high five in that one though.
Imaginary air high five right there.
I'm not.
Brought to you by
I'm
Warner
not-
Brothers.
I'm not-
Moonshine.
I'm not doing the air. That's
Yeah, I'll give it a clap for that.
absolutely not.
That's
absolutely
good.
not.
All right.
I don't think I could go with the piss impregnation method because it would be messy. Very messy.
Messy.
Yeah, it's because piss is a liquid. I don't like the smell of like stale piss anywhere.
You fresh piss though. You're cool with.
No, I am not cool with any piss because all piss turns into stale piss eventually.
Well.
So,
but
okay,
it's
so
fresh
like
piss.
if urination was the method of impregnation, so you could easily solve that by just always doing it in the shower.
Oh, I always piss in the shower. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I always piss in the shower too, but water is also not a very good lubricant.
For piss.
No, for
No, okay, so you still have your natural, lubricant going on down there.
no, the water would wash it away immediately.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're going with that.
And like water is not very good like lubricant at all.
Yeah, water isn't. I've fornicated in a pool before. That does not work. It's like it's almost like rubbing two like objects made out of rubber together underwater. It
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
doesn't work.
it's not good.
No, sir. I think it's fine for us guys, but the girls, no.
Would not go that route. I feel like the urine would have that same effect though. It would not provide lubrication.
I kind of want to Google videos now of guys pissing inside of girls.
I don't,
Why?
because I don't want to see that. That's not a thing that I'm into.
Sheer laws. You know,
All right.
Well, all right then. I think we're ready for our next commercial break here, and we're gonna be right back, folks.
And now it's time for Dustin's Word of the Day.
Dick Chicken, noun. A game between two guys who pull out their dicks and walk towards each other. Both lose or win if dicks touch. Play when drunk. When used in a sentence, who wants to play Dick Chicken?
So this podcast was supposed to be kind of Christmas related because it is 12/17, December 17th, and we're damn close to Christmas. So what are some family traditions that everyone likes to share? What are some things that people like to do on the holidays with their families, or just traditions in general? Like ham and other shit. Joel,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
anything?
Well, I mean, just my own family. My mom likes to put up the tree and all that. Typical, Christmas bullshit like that. With the decorations and all that. Fun.
Now, real tree or a fake tree for you?
Oh, it's definitely a fake tree. Like, yeah, we do the fake tree. It was pre-lit, but now it's they just string up. They basically just take a roll of lights and just kind of throw it on the tree.
We actually received a hand-me-down tree from my mother this Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So in the apartment, we have a full-size tree in the corner. Fake one, obviously.
So it couldn't be any better than our decorations at work, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it is far below our decorations at work.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really hard to top a Royal Pine air freshener, a pine cone, and a hand-drawn sign that says "Merry Christmas."
Xmas.
I'm sorry, I stand corrected. It says "Merry Xmas."
I'm gonna need that pine cone back as well.
Yeah,
need that
well,
pine cone.
we'll wait until the contest is over because there's actually a prize riding on our work decorations there.
That pine tree freshener needs to go back in the car. It starts to like shit in my car again. Yes. Speaking of which, trees. Yeah, I think I've bought. In the past 10 years I've been on my own, I think I bought about 2 or 3 trees. I don't know what the fuck happened to them. This tree right
Artificial
down
or real trees?
Artificial. This tree that's down there now is just freshly bought this year. It's brand new. I'll probably buy a new one next year because it's not as cool as we thought it was going to be.
Those motherfuckers are flammable.
The artificials?
Well, I think all trees are pretty naturally flammable. The real ones, obviously.
Real ones are.
But like once they sit there and dry out for a bit, that shit'll go up in smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially the fake ones. I've seen videos where they go up in like a couple seconds, just gone.
You don't want to keep it next to the fireplace. I mean,
Absolutely
it looks cool
not.
and all for a picture, and then all of a sudden your fucking house is burnt down because of the
Absolutely.
goddamn tree. Where did that come from, by the way?
House was burned down.
No, that's fine, but where did the trees come from? Where did the trees come from?
I'm not quite sure where the actual tree tradition comes from.
Yeah.
But I do know for a fact that in Poland, that for their traditional Christmas decorations, they'll actually use spiders and spider webs on their trees.
Excuse me?
I am dead serious. In Poland, Polish people consider spiders to be symbols of goodness and prosperity around Christmas time. So Taylor, let me kind of know your thoughts and opinions on the whole spiders and spider webs on the Christmas trees around Christmas time.
The only good thing spiders do is eat other shitty bugs, which is cool and all, but the fact of the fucking matter is they try to kill humans. Everyone's been bitten by a spider before. Why is that? Why have you been bitten by a spider?
I actually don't think I've ever been bit by a
I
spider.
guarantee you've been bitten by a spider. Why? You're probably laying there innocently, and the spider crawls up, a human, and then bites. That's kind of how it is.
Well, so Taylor, what you're saying is that if you were ever to uphold Polish traditions, you would not decorate your Christmas tree in spiders or spider webs?
No, I wouldn't. Spider webs, that's fine, as long as there's no remnants of real spiders in it, because that's sick. Who the fuck would let that shit come in their house? I mean, really?
If the spider bit me and I didn't wake up and or notice it, it can't be that bad.
Sure it is. A lot of bad things happen to you while you sleep that you don't know about. Bad things can happen.
Feeling a little uncomfortable. We're here on this side of the table.
You haven't slept here yet, hon.
Speaking of relationships, did you know that around the Christmas time, specifically the 2 weeks before Christmas, that is actually the most popular time for people to end their relationship or break up?
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Do you know why?
It's because they don't want to get gifts.
Fucking right.
Cheap bastards.
They
Saving
don't
money.
wanna
Like
buy
me.
gifts.
I bet-
I don't want to spend money.
I bet the couple weeks after Christmas, if you look, is the best time to get back together. Because you've avoided that gift giving.
Everyone looks for a New Year's Eve kiss. That's the thing.
There's probably some truth to that because if you look at the birth rates, more babies are born during the summertime, which is 9 months later.
Solid point.
Mm-hmm.
Solid point.
Yep.
I did see an XKCD, which is a webcomic, if you're not familiar with it, that listed the birth months that you were born in and how you were conceived, probably. I believe summer months were, I think it was June or so, said that you were probably conceived during a New Year's party.
New Year's party. Or, yeah, in or around New Year's, yeah. You know what my tradition around New Year's to do is? The Sci-Fi Channel, I think they still do it. They run like 36 or 24 hours straight of the Twilight Zone, right literally on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So I like to cook up some, fish sticks or shrimp or something like that, and some French fries. And Ashley and I, my girlfriend, that's my girlfriend, her and I, we like to lay there and watch some Twilight Zone for a couple hours, and I fall asleep, and I'll drink a little champagne sometimes. And
Did you guys watch the on Christmas? They have the 24 Hours of Christmas Story.
oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Speaking of
See that one?
traditions, that's a hell of a movie.
Yeah.
It is. That's
I'm wearing a union suit that correlates with that time.
solid point. That is the only movie that I have watched where it either gains funniest or stays the same level
Yep,
of
yep,
funny
yep.
as you watch it.
That movie's got a good place in my heart. I mean, I think with everyone, it's got that little thing. I mean, I've never heard of anyone who was like, aside from the fact that, well, I've seen it a million times, nobody's ever said it's a bad movie. It's a fucking great movie. It captures that time period to a T, I think, even though I wasn't born then. I've heard that people say that, and it sure the fuck looks like it does, so it's legit in my book. I think it's a great movie.
Although I may try the Twilight Zone for this year.
Yeah, the fish sticks and the Twilight
Just
Zone
'cause-
marathon actually sounds like it would be an interesting tradition to start.
Fish sticks, fries, and watching the Twilight Zone in bed sounds like the best thing ever.
Like one of the better things you could do: dip in some fish, some Kanye West dicks into some cocktail sauce, and sharing it with your girlfriend, and calling her Kim K while you fuck her in the ass. It's a great idea. It
Well,
really is.
not really sure where that came from, but yeah.
Family-
We like that, Taylor. If
Family
that's,
traditions,
Family
everyone.
traditions.
my typical Christmas Eve tradition is not quite the same as yours, but I respect that.
Are you
nonetheless.
saying there's no ass fucking in your
Christmas Eve
Christmas
is different
traditions?
There is not.
Christmas Eve. Now we're talking New Year's Eve, which we might be ahead of ourselves with Christmas Eve traditions. What's your Christmas Eve tradition?
So typically with my Christmas Eve tradition, like I said, my mom puts up the Christmas tree and all that, typical stuff.
ahead of time or on Christmas
Yeah,
Eve?
ahead of time. She usually puts it up after Thanksgiving. She's
Okay.
not one of those nuts that like goes, before Halloween or anything like that,
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so she does the Christmas tree, and then on actual Christmas Eve, we'll all go to church. It's the one time of year that I'll actually participate in that particular activity.
Church Christmas services actually aren't bad.
It's
They're
more,
not bad.
It's,
They're one of the better services throughout the year.
it's probably more than I want. But so after church, one thing that we've done. I mean, we're probably on our 5th year of doing this now, but there's one Asian food Chinese restaurant that we go to in Galena, and after church we go to that restaurant, and then after the restaurant we all go back to our place and watch Bad Santa.
Very nice.
Nice.
So,
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
kind
bad.
of a unique.
that's kind of cool.
it's
Aside
not
from the
too bad.
church thing, you know what? Me being a guy who's not really into that church stuff, I do like Christmas songs, though. We did kind of cover that a little bit.
Yep.
But I like Christmas songs. I think it'd be kind of cool listening to people sing Christmas songs in a big choir. Maybe if it involved liquor, like if they were actually like passing around like the fucking priest is shit boiled, and he's walking up and down the aisle, fucking, just handing out
No,
Jack Daniels or something like that. And that's a church. That's
it's
church.
It's a weird service. Not to go back to religion because we were on it before with Jesus and all that. But
Sure,
Christmas
Jesus.
was, Jesus. Christmas was is celebration of like his birth. You'd think church would be everyone gets shit faced, happy birthday, happy birthday, Jesus or whatever. But they're usually pretty solemn, quiet affairs.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
Probably most of the people are tired because they're all out fucking power shopping in our shitty fucking
Power
world.
shopping.
Shopping at the mall, at Kennedy Mall. You're trying to get gifts for everyone and whatnot. That's the name of our mall in where we live, Dustin.
Yeah,
In case
true
you didn't
story.
know.
Solid.
Now, while we're talking about gifts, I tell you what, we at the shop here, we crunch some numbers. Let's talk about Santa for a little bit here.
Okay.
So, Santa Claus. Now, we talked about Saint Nick before, okay?
The fat man.
The fat man, if you will. So, we talked about Saint Nicholas before. So, Santa Claus, or Klaus, if you will, in his modern form, he hits up a lot of goddamn houses in the middle of the night. It's kind of creepy to begin with, but if you were to actually crunch those numbers,
You're gonna need a shitload of cocaine.
a lot of cocaine. I mean, we're talking a lot, and it gets better. Okay, so we're talking 842 million stops, assuming that it's 2.5 children per household, give or take. That means Santa would need to travel between houses in 2/10,000ths of a second.
With how many gifts?
Oh, well, I mean, it's Santa. He can manage that,
Speaking
right?
of which, so what about the reindeer having to fucking
And
pull the sled?
hold on, I'm getting to that. So, if Santa he travels that fast, he would accelerate to 12.19 million miles per second. So
That seems pretty quick.
it's pretty quick. So quick, in fact, that it would actually pretty much turn Santa and the reindeer into like a gooey paste.
Gooey paste.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is that? I believe is that fast enough to warrant the atmospheric re-entry effect?
I think it's actually faster than the space shuttle enters the atmosphere on
That would do it.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Hold on a second, though. What if each region has their own Santa? Like, here in the U.S., we have this nice, bright white Santa, and down in Africa, they got, black Santa. And he fucking visits the huts with fucking gazelles pulling their fucking sled.
I'm
and
with you.
fucking,
All right.
You know,
all right, I'm
the
listening.
gazelle's
Okay,
pulling the sled.
okay, we'll roll with that.
And, you know, in the Middle East, fucking Santa is sunburned with camels pulling his sled. And over in Asia, you know, they've got fucking yaks or whatever the hell they have. What's
Do you
the
think in
response?
Russia Santa pulls the reindeer?
Probably because they're stronger than us. You know,
I do believe Dustin was trying to go for the Yakov Smirnov. In Mother Russia, Santa pulls sleigh.
I was going that route.
Oh, I guess, yeah, you know, so you can do that. Up in Canada, you know, it's just elk. They're not actually reindeer, it's elk. Up in Antarctica, it's actually penguins and some fucking tiny little fucking...
I would probably go with moose if I was Canadian. I would want the moose.
Yeah,
pull the sleigh.
But what about elks, though?
So-
Elks are kind of cool. They're
Moose are
majestic.
big motherfuckers, though.
Moose. I knew a guy named Moose once.
For real?
He went by the name of Moose.
Oh,
He's a big guy. I mean,
that'd be a sweet nickname. I'll go with that. Moose.
Yeah, just big,
Yeah.
tall.
Sure.
So, last one you mentioned there, Antarctica. Penguins pulling the sleigh. Are there children in Antarctica to deliver presents to?
Maybe
Well,
not.
they got a couple of research stations down there. I don't imagine that there'd be a whole lot of Christmas trees set up, but
No, I don't think that's a child-friendly environment.
I immediately think of the movie The Thing when I think of
yeah.
Antarctica and
it's a good one.
Christmas.
John
Like, I think
Carpenter.
of-
Good movie.
Absolutely great movie. In fact, I might watch it tonight.
It's a quality Christmas time movie.
I think of Kurt Russell sitting there with his feet up in a giant grizzled beard, and fucking him just sitting back, and yeah, Merry fucking Christmas. And then there's an alien on the run, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, all that shit.
I'm more of a John McClane Die Hard kind of Christmas guy. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Shit.
No, that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
The first
yeah,
Die
I'm
Hard
sure.
takes place at a Christmas party. It
Christmas
does, yeah.
movies, Christmas themed movies. I can name a couple off the top of my head that are horror movies. Black Christmas, Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Gremlins
That
is
was
a Christmas movie.
I said a couple, so that's two. So I mean, I did say
You fulfilled your
trio.
obligation.
I did say a trio, but yeah, I mean, you can. There's some movies that you watch only around in this season. You know, there's some movies, even if, like horror movies. Like I always tell the old lady, we can't watch this movie because it's Christmas themed. I'm not going to watch it in July. It's a November or December movie. You know, and that's some movies just kind of follow that whole
So,
trend.
not necessarily that it's a quote-unquote Christmas movie.
Right.
It's more of a seasonal
it's
movie.
a seasonal movie. Like the movie Halloween, you don't watch. I don't want to watch that in March or April. I want to watch that in September, October. You know,
Hey.
I don't.
You know the movie I never got being a Christmas movie? It might be one of those seasonal things, but they always play it around Christmas like ABC Family has it for 25 Days of Christmas. It's fucking Harry Potter movies. Like, they take place during a normal school year,
The wizarding school year.
the wizarding school year, which includes the entirety of winter and Christmas. And for some reason, it's only played around the Christmas time.
Yeah.
I
So-
don't know why.
I think a lot of those. I think those fucking Harry Potter movies came out in that time frame, though, like, or that seasonal frame, I should say, not time frame.
Did they?
I think they did. I think a lot of them may have. I could stand corrected. I've never even read a verse out of one of the books, to be honest with you. I've never read a Harry Potter book. I've never seen a movie fully through. I just choose
I
to
have
stray from that path.
I've read the books. The books aren't bad. I would definitely recommend reading them at least once. Movies aren't terrible as well. I mean, they're solid movies. I wouldn't make them a classic or anything.
Sure. Daniel Radcliffe, I mean, he actually has some other serious roles, like The Woman in Black, which was a remake. It was actually a pretty good horror flick. I'm a huge horror nut, obviously, but that's a pretty good movie, I think. He's not totally pigeonholed to Harry Potter movies, I don't think, but I've never seen one of them fully through, to be honest with you.
No, but whenever anyone sees Daniel Radcliffe in a movie, like, the first thing you're gonna think.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
It's what you're gonna think.
It's almost as if he should just take a break for a few years and just kind of like
Come back different.
come back. Yeah, exactly.
Bearded, like with long grizzled hair or something like that.
And completely like go against his typecast.
Yeah. Do a fucking, Fear, Loathing in Las Vegas type role or something like that, or like a fucking Wolf on Wall Street role where it would totally throw the public astray and be like, "Wow, Harry, what? Harry, maybe your wife's pussy, not Harry Potter," something like that. I mean,
I'm wondering if we should almost just, save this for like a different podcast talking about movies, because I feel that we could pretty much just spend the next 2 or 3 hours talking about movies.
Yeah,
I
we
think
probably could.
I don't know if I have enough alcohol to even go through how much movies we can talk about.
Well, I tell you what,
We got a couple bottles.
I think our next podcast we should definitely test that out, and go from there.
We will,
Speaking of
and
which-
that will be a New Year's podcast as well.
What are some of the wrap-ups, that we're going to be looking at in this next podcast? First, we got to say thank you to the listeners
Yeah, thank you very much, listeners.
who could be listening to us babble semi-drunk.
All two of you, thank you.
One of you will probably comment rude things
2.35.
And the other thing, too, is, what are we going to be covering in the next podcast? 'Cause we're definitely doing another one of these. It's a success. Failed New Year's resolutions. Shitty people exercising. Shitty idiots wanting to freaking clean up their shitty lives because they suck and they never, get ahead on that.
But
because their
Taylor, we
lives
could
suck.
also cover successful New Year's resolutions too.
Name one.
I can't think of one right
We'll
off the
cover
top.
it later.
I'm saying what we could do is do some research, find somebody who that actually has had a successful one.
It's going to take some fucking digging.
I
I'll
think
tell you
it'll take
that
some
right
digging,
now.
but I'm pretty sure I can do
New
it.
Year's resolution: quit smoking.
Back to smoking. Midweek of January. We'll talk about that, though.
2 days later.
Things that we hope go away from 2015 and hope they get better.
Well,
can
I
name
tell
a
you
lot of
what,
things, right?
from
Megan Trainor, hopefully she inspires.
I would like
I tell you
ICP to
what.
get bigger.
at this time of year next year, if we don't see Elf on the Shelf, I'll be happy.
Elf Shelf can definitely expire. Somebody can can that and stuff it right up their ass.
We need to come with more variations of Elf on the Shelf. Multiple.
You are.
And Dustin is definitely the provocateur of the group here.
You are just the guy that stokes the flames sometimes there, young man. A flame stoker.
And not to be confused with Bram Stoker.
No copyright infringement intended.
Isn't he a
And,
person?
Epic parties and stories from, New Year's past. Anyone have any good stories that we'll
yeah,
probably
yeah.
cover here? Any things that we've read about just crazy shit that's happened, and maybe some bland stuff we'll kind of cover, and just you guys can listen to us drink another 6-pack and kind of go over that. So
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Who knows? We might get into another tirade about movies. So
another movie
We
time.
probably
New Year's
will.
movies.
New Year's movies. I don't know New Year's movies.
New Year's movies.
We'll talk about that later.
Thank you very much for listening. This has been the grand sort of thing here going on,
The Maiden Voyage.
the maiden voyage.
and hopefully we didn't sink like the Titanic. Imaginary air high five? Nope.
No.
All right.
No.
Thank you for listening. Please comment something nicely. Don't call us fags.